Hello, everyone, and welcome into more Ticket to Ride Europe here on the Sorcerer Network. Woo! Let's head off to Europe. We are going. We got to grab two. I'm kind of thinking we just grab these two and just not worry about anything else. I'm definitely not grabbing this one, but Madrid to Zurich is interesting. I think we just focus on these two. And don't worry about anything else, because middle of the map tends to be the most widely contested. So what are the routes that I absolutely need? So let's get white, and I definitely need black. Definitely need black, because I want to get into Paris from the coast, and then through. I want to go right down the middle here, and then once I get to Warsaw, it's kind of like, okay, I can split it a couple different ways. I probably want to grab the big route here, Stockholm into Petrograd. Love that. And I guess an orange is fine, because that goes Paris to Frankfurt. The Europe map is still one that I'm kind of just feeling out I'm feeling out how I play it. I don't have a real great feel for like the strategy, when to draw, and things like that. Now, I think that some of that is, some of it is that, the drawing in this game is very different, because you have the one ticket right away that is, actually I don't mind pink here, but I will grab the orange. You will grab, you pretty much have to grab this big ticket, and then the rest of them, when you draw, are all smaller tickets. So you run into everyone's got, that pretty much everyone's got a big ticket, in general. And so then it's kind of figuring out, okay, well, how much do you draw then? And I really wanted that pink. Though I guess I don't mind the red. Then I can go off the top. How much do I draw? And because this map also does not have as many long routes that can be big points, what are some alternative ways to win, so to speak? I think it's just off the top here. Yeah, none of that is super helpful. Probably I just want to go Warsaw to whatever city this is, and then split off. So yellow and blue. But we're kind of in like I need almost anything. Not many wild routes on this route here, which is fine, especially early in the game. I also like that we're pretty well plugged into the board. I like that we've gotten some of our preferred routes right away, especially this one. Routing around that one would just be annoying. I think I like off the top here. Didn't really love any of that. Ooh, okay. So yeah, so kind of I'm watching blue a little bit here, because blue has such a high ELO ranking. I guess this blue here is fine if I want to go up this way. Partly because, yeah, it seems like grabbing these bigger routes is kind of your way to go. And that's where, okay, I don't necessarily need to get into Stockholm, but is it worth the 21 points that route is? My opinion would be yes. All right. I'm okay actually going black from Frankfurt to Berlin, because then I can use the red for this little route out of Warsaw. So it looks like blue's down south in southern Europe. And then we've got green and yellow over here with me, but they seem to kind of be working in other directions. Don't really know what, I mean, it looks like obviously yellow is kind of going north-south. Don't really know what green's doing. Just know that they really wanted Brussels to Amsterdam, which is fine. And this would be why I didn't want to grab Madrid to, I think it was Zurich, is now I'm having to, instead of trying like focusing on this, now I'm trying to deal with all the rest of this stuff. Like, get out of here with that. Let's just focus on what we have. So you are grabbing a lot of red. Why are you grabbing so much red? Unless you're grabbing it for, you know, other purposes. Okay, I would like this. And then, I mean, we almost have this route done. Okay, so yeah, green was just grabbing a bunch of stuff for this. Now they might have other stuff that they're trying to get, but I don't hate this strategy, even if they're just grabbing it to block. Fine. But it looks like they're grabbing it they grabbed it just to make sure that no one else got it, which is also fine. All right, I love that. And then I kind of want another blue. Yeah, this has gone very swimmingly. Very nice. Yeah, I'm looking for one more blue. I suppose I could use the wild if I really wanted to. But in this game, in Europe, I tend to be a little bit less aggressive with the wilds because there are routes that you specifically need the wild. Okay. I don't love that. But that doesn't kill us. Oh, that's brutal for... What were they trying to do? Marseille to Zurich? Okay, yeah. All right, so, I mean, that doesn't... Again, it doesn't murder our routes. Really, the only thing is if green goes Petrograd to Moscow, that does murder our route. I mean, it still doesn't, like, completely prevent us from getting it, but... though now it's a little bit like I really want to make sure I grab the wilds. Love that everyone's having to use all these extra cards. I'm going to go ahead and use a wild here. I really do not want to have to go around anymore. I'm probably happy to draw tickets here, to be honest with you. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be the first to draw. Hate that. I mean, we could also just take both of these and start working down in this way. I think that's fine. I think that's a good option. Not great, but not bad. And this would be why I try to save the wilds, because in order the most efficient route from Constantinople, it requires 2 wilds. Okay, so I need some pairs of things. Same thing. I'm just gonna... Oh, I thought this was a pink because it looked pink to me. I did not have a pair of pink. Fun fact. Okay, blue is taking blue. That's fine. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna grab another pink because I would like to get Smyrna to Constantinople here, just in case blue is trying to get into Constantinople. And I would like to grab that with the pink. I really don't want to use 2 extra cards. That kind of stinks. Fine. Yes, I will use 1 extra. None of this 2 extra nonsense. And if I see another orange, I will absolutely grab it as well. This is quite the route from green. Okay, that's fine. I will grab another green. I know I also do need to grab another wild. But I also really would like to see an orange. There's that. And 1 off the top. All right, so we'll see kind of what... Yeah, you are grabbing lots of blue. And I'm going to go like that. because I don't trust that you're getting blue for the right reasons. I probably also need to I need to grab this because I need to get out of Constantinople. I'm worried about green I know green's got stuff going on up there, but I would be concerned about I would like to use orange. Yes. No! I don't want to use orange. Son of a biscuit. My brain wasn't thinking. Poop. Son of a biscuit. Stupid brain. Okay, I need a wild and orange. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta make sure that green doesn't just end the game. Okay, that's fine. Okay, before I do something stupid again, I'm gonna do that. Holy cats. So green's gonna get longest train. Easily. What's the... See, and this is where I struggle with the Europe map, is I don't know what to do here. I have no indication of how I am doing in this game. I don't have longest train. I do have the most tickets, but it's not like but, you know, this is a, you know, like 5-point tickets and things like that. Would you just grab? So, yeah, okay, green seems to be just kind of grabbing the points. And so I'm going to have a lot of trains left over. But I also don't just want to grab more tickets. I don't always love grabbing tickets on the last turn. Sometimes I do it out of desperation, but you know, you're on the last turn. You're very much going with I have to hit something that I already have, or I just lose points. So it's you know, obviously high risk, high reward. Okay, so yellow's doing destination tickets. The other thing into Sarajevo, the other trick is that it is a tunnel, and anything can happen. Okay, one extra card, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's... Are there any routes that I can play? Because that's the other key here. I don't think there are. I don't have a pair. I hate just to do nothing. I mean, I'm 23 points down on board. I'm doing it. And, of course, I lose 5 points. And that's probably why I shouldn't have done that. Had I drawn that like 2 turns earlier, going up to Budapest would have been nice. But all right, so I'm curious to see how this one ends. Okay, so that's 21 and 7. 21 and 8. 21. So everyone else had a 21-point route, which is fine. Yeah, so green has longest train, and no one used any stations, so we're all even there. Okay, so I mean, definitely that ticket draw cost me second place. Yeah, GG everyone. But I was talking at the beginning of this game. Hey, there's not many big long routes, and how do you kind of play on board? Green might have just shown me that that if you get the right stuff, this is the route to take that kind of gets you a lot of big points. Route of 4, route of 4, route of 4, route of 4, route of 8, 3, 3, 3, 4. Only a couple routes of 2 and 1. Minimal competition usually for stuff in this area. So maybe that kind of is a little bit of a blueprint there. And obviously blue as well, kind of clearly just played Budapest to Kiev to get the points. So in the fact that both green and blue only had 2 tickets and beat me tells me that I probably should focus on this one less on the ticket draws and more on the routes. I don't know. I'm going to do a little deep dive into some Europe stuff over the next couple weeks, and I'm going to come up with some strategies here. So hey, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button. We're fast approaching 600 subscribers. So thank you. Hit the like button and all that jazz. Comments. Let me know what's going on. Always appreciate how angry were you with me when I spent my orange to go here. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's the fact that we did this well and did that goof is probably says more about how well the first part of the game going. Anyway, we'll see you next time.